What is going on? This is going to be Chris Wanka's introduction. Wow, I feel like an idiot saying that about myself. But I guess this is going to be somewhat of an introduction to me, to the UUtube, if it gets that far. And we're going to start by watching an ORAS game that just happened today between Pack and Gary Oak. Both probably the top two in the pool. I would say Gary, even after a long layoff, playing this tier is definitely the second best player in this pool, just based off of pure mechanics and skill. And Pack's obviously Pack. I mean, this is like a 60 grand matchup right here. So this is probably going to be like the most expensive game of the entire tour. Well, it already happened. It was the most expensive game. I have no idea what happens. I haven't. Yeah, we'll see. So, lead Cobb. This is a good lead for Pack. Also, leading hard with the Rose. This is probably Sash. The fact that he just hard leads with it could be trying to like, I don't know. Maybe Gary was expecting like a crook lead or something like that, and just I don't know. But this being led on this team composition, like this is, we're gonna go on slow. This has got to be, Sash. See, 17 is 17 a lot. I'm not gonna calc it, but 17 feels like a lot. Sleep powder. See if it reveals black sludge. No black sludge. Yeah, I mean, my guess is Sash spikes double powder. Maybe not double powder, but we'll see. Switches out. Gets up a spike. Good pivoting by Gary. I guess, Pack maybe if he's feeling frisky, sleep powder again there, but just get up your spike, do the thing, and go from there. Gary EQs. Wow. I mean, yeah. I feel like you don't go Doublade. Maybe trying to prevent taking any Rocky Helmet damage from Crook. I feel like that's an EQ. Like, there's no reason to predict a Doublade there, because if anything, Pack would just go Crook to get Intimidate, get rocks up, and try and like get some helmet chip on Aerial Ace. And maybe Gary was just like, he didn't want to take helmet chip, which I understand. But this allows Pack to click Sleep Powder again. Let's see if he hits it. He does hit it. Wow. Now he can kill himself to, oh, it's Leaf Storm. I was going to say he could, I shouldn't say that, but he should suicide into, that's not a better term either. He could just Giga Drain to faint, is what I was trying to say. Hard Crook on the spin. Good play by Pack. Roserade gets preserved. Presumably rocks go up here because Tentacruel Skull does like 60 to this. And this Pack doesn't really care if he gets burnt with this. This Crook is just get up rocks, keep him up with taunt. I don't mind that Earthquake. It's a good Earthquake. He can just taunt. Gary does hard rocks. Why? Okay. Interesting. Knocks off, saves the Crook again. Goes hard, Sylve. Very patient on Pack's end. I'm curious to see how he kind of maneuvers this. I feel like a lot of people would just get impatient there and set rocks up. But like his Doublade, like that's actually a really good knockoff, because now the Doublade is just Tentacruel's at 28. It took a lot from Leaf Storm from that Roserade, man. Not sure why Gary didn't try and go Blissey and well, maybe he just didn't want to get too many layers. Yeah. This is tough. It's a lot of offense for Gary to deal with. But yeah, I like that knock to kind of just get rid of the leftovers, keep this thing low, and Doublade is looking pretty solid right now. We'll see if he's like. I'd imagine this is sacred on an HO team like this, just because you want to smack Empoleon. But if it's Shadow Claw, then it's even better because Gary's is more likely to be Shadow Claw to deal with bulky psychics, just because his team doesn't really. He can manage Empoleon with his core and knocking it off with like one of these two. So Gary's is actually more likely to be Shadow Claw, which is good here, genuinely. But yeah, we'll see. Gets a Scald Burn. Pack doubles back into Crook on the Blissey. Yeah. So that's probably just specs. Gets his rocks up here. Gary wishes. Would never go Tentacruel there. How much did EQ do to Brine Cave? 32. So I actually like this. This has got to be Liechie, because I think what Pack is trying to cover is like, oh, he's basically just telling Gary like, okay, wish your Seismitoad back up. It doesn't have leftovers anymore, but now this Entei just even if Gary hard so Toad here, this is a really good Entei double. It doesn't look that great on the surface, but it's a really good Entei double as long as it's Liechie, because he can just hard Liechie on the Seismitoad. Gary doesn't have anything for this Entei right now. He has absolutely nothing. He can just hard Liechie. If Gary pivots, like what is Gary going to pivot to? If he like pivots to sack the Tentacruel to Scout, cool. I guess Gary then can go back into Toad and go from there. Or Gary's actually going to fall for this Liechie bait and just die. Or I don't know, maybe not. I don't know if it kills. It might die. Or Sacred Fire burn it, and then it's right back to being low again for the Doublade. So we'll see how this plays out. It just tosses. Okay. Does go to Tentacle. Just dies. Goes Toad. Is this Liechie? It is. Toad's dead. Yeah, that was a really good Entei. I really like that Entei. That was like, it doesn't look. See, like this is a good team bring by Pack. Gary's been a little bit out of the ORAS. This set has been seen like a few times in the past like year or so. I think I actually saw BP run this. Not to say that BP invented it, but I've just seen him use it. I've tried to make HO with it. I tried to make like a Frostlass variant like this, but it's not very good. this team's a little bit better, I would say. But yeah, Gary hasn't really played this tier for a little bit now, so he's not really going to have any clues. That's a good Entei. That's a really good Entei by Pack. I think realistically, there wasn't much Gary could do because his Aerodactyl is asleep. That sleep on Rose was big. This is specs. It is specs. I had a feeling that, I mean, it probably died. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, Gary. In no world did you deserve to hit this Focus Blast after last week. I'm just keep it a stack. I'm gonna keep it an absolute stack. But wow. Yeah, that's gonna do it. I mean, even a Crook at 33, like this Crook is still able to knock this Doublade one time. Like, yeah, like Pack would have been fine. His Doublade would just end up winning in the long run. So yeah, this was ultimately a very good team bring by Pack to kind of get a bounce back win here after losing week 1, and this is kind of a wake up I wouldn't say a wake up call for Gary. He's going to be fine. But like, I'm just very surprised that I like the Specs Focus Blast Cobalion, but there's a couple things you got to understand with Pack. He's seen this set before. When he sees a set one time, it is ingrained in his memory. As soon as that thing clicked Volt Switch on Rose Raid, he instantly knew what it was. I promise you. So this isn't gonna catch him. Like this isn't like a neat tech that's gonna catch him. And I'm very surprised that the Hooligans let Gary come into this game with a team like this. Maybe expecting Pack to kind of just load up some Seismitoad stuff of his own and just kind of take the route that I took versus Gary last week and just go hard balance versus hard balance, see who can play better. But I think, I don't know. I don't like this isn't gonna catch Pack. Like he's seen this before. It's ingrained in his memory. I promise you. Like this on its own is not enough, and I don't like this. I don't mind it, but I think they could have done a better job here with this team choice. This is just a very lazy team choice into Pack, I think. But nonetheless, a win for Pack and 1-1 on the season now. Definitely kind of I made a quick one out of this, but yeah, very interested to see how the rest of this ORAS pool plays out this week for ORAS plays out as I feel like we have some other good matchups. Spitfire looking to avenge me this Sunday. I like this PDT Dingbat matchup a lot. I think Dingbat is going to pull out some sauce for this one. He won with Webs last week in an SD Lum Cobalion. Shout out to SD Lum Cobb. I love that set. Thank you for using it, Dingbat. And PDT beat Pack last week in a game that was a little bit, there was a little bit of RNG in there, but I think all around, I think PDT played a very solid game and he did deserve to win that game. So this one is what I'm looking forward to next. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Hopefully this gets accepted into the UUTube, and I bid you all adieu. Thank you. Goodbye.